I'll do it very easily. I didn't mean to scare you, Shannon, because Shannon doesn't like rats and mice.
She doesn't.
Like, nah,
true.
She doesn't. You guys don't have it even like gerbils, do you?
I like that's a weird thing. Like I'm the only one who doesn't like rats and mice.
Yeah,
it's just her. She's so weird.
Right? Also, I like to sleep at night and I like chocolate. All right, there you go. I'm so weird like that. All right, I'll let you guys go.
All right, go away now.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so that's our Shannon Repeller. I just plugged in my Shannon Repeller. All right. We love Shannon. All right, so I want you to take a look at that.
Yep.
I don't need to live with that, okay?
Gross.
I do not need that in my house. Rats, mice, roaches, ants, spiders belong outside.
They do.
They are outdoor little critters, and let me tell you this too, really quickly. I don't need to kill them all because guess what? I could spend a bazillion years trying to kill things that were here a bazillion years before you and before I was on the planet.
Yes.
And so my job is not to kill critters. I don't want to do that. No. But I sure as heck don't want to cohabitate with them. When you get this configuration, you will cover your entire house. This is our 8-pack of ultrasonic from our friends at Bell & Howell, our ultrasonic pest repellers. All you do is you plug them in your outlet. Instantly. There's no downtime. There's no waiting for chemicals to take effect. There's no waiting for rats to eat poison. Immediately, it creates an environment that none of these creatures want to live in. I'm talking about mice, talking about rats, Lou, ants, roaches, and my bane is spiders. Because I've been bitten by spiders. I had one crawl across my forehead in a hotel.
You told me that story.
Oh, my Lord. So anyway, and then, of course, cockroaches is number 2 on the list because I was in the restaurant business for 20 years. So I spent half my career trying to eliminate cockroaches from a restaurant or 2 restaurants. So this is the way to do it in one easy shot.
Easy way.
8-pack, which I love because upstairs, downstairs, basement, garage.
Whole home kit.
Well,
and what I love about this is, yes, you're getting 8 pieces. It is the whole home kit. It's enough to do the upstairs and downstairs. Don't forget the attic, the basement, and the garage. But you should have plenty for that. These are the basic models, but that's all you need. They use ultrasonic sound waves to repel pests. Now, what in the world does that mean? It means basically it's a sound at a higher frequency than human beings can hear. So you won't hear it, your kids won't hear it, but your pets won't hear it either. Your dogs, your cats, they're not gonna know these are there. But the rats, the mice, the ants, the roaches, the spiders, they know that these are there. Now, we don't know what it sounds like to them. We just know that it's disorienting, it's annoying. It could sound like a siren or fingernails on a chalkboard. We're not sure. But it makes them wanna leave the environment where they're plugged in.
Right.
And that's the thing. You made a great point about that. All you do is just plug these into any 2-prong outlet, okay? Just plug them in and they start working immediately. And when they start working, the sound that comes out of these is going to echo off of every solid surface in the room. And that's why we tell people you want to have one in every single room. Or if you've got an L-shaped room, maybe put one in the alcove and one on the other side of the room. Yeah. Because those sound waves, once they hit a solid object, they just bounce back. Right. Okay? So you want to keep them out in the open. You want to let them go out.
Nobody knows what they are anyway. They just they look like a nightlight. Actually, you know what?
They really do look like
You know, my friends thought they were part of my security system.
Right.
Which I love because if somebody's peeking in your windows, they see a very faint red light
blinking.
Red light blinks. They think it's actually a camera or something like that. But let me, Lou, before we get going, because we have about 7 or 8 minutes is all we have on this. Okay. I want to remind people, we came in, we had 8,000. We are down to 900 left. So, and I'm telling you, just do yourself a favor. Try these for 30 days. Yeah. I've had mine for years. This is the original kit that I bought. And I have them in every room of the house. And let me tell you, I used to see cockroaches in the kitchen. Right, sure. All the time. Like when you wake up in the middle of the night for a drink, you're like, oh, I stepped on one in the dark. That was the worst thing that ever happened to me. Yeah, it's just horrible. All right, but here's the point. Try them for 30 days and tell me. And listen, and Lou will say the same thing. If you have an existing pest control service or whatever, I'm not saying you have to get rid of any of those things. Because let me tell you, I have a pest control service, and I still was seeing cockroaches. Me too. Because that's a bait, feed, and then hope they die somewhere in your house. So you know what I was seeing? Dead cockroaches all over my house. That's not any better. That's terrible. This is not a solution. Half dead and they're...
That's not a solution. This is a solution. Well, and here's the thing. This keeps them out of the house. They're not coming into your house and dying. They're just not coming in, or if they do come in, they leave. Now, let's talk about the ways that we are used to getting rid of the pests. If you want to play amateur exterminator, there's a million ways to do it. Look at this in front of me here. So if you've got an ant problem, we're taught that we got to go out and buy poisons. We got to spray, baits, all kinds of things to get rid of the ants, and that's fine except for the fact that as this stuff wears off, the ants come back. As you use it up, you have to buy more. So you're spending more and more and more money with that. But that only works on the ants. If you've got roaches, you got to go out and you got to buy even more stuff to get rid of the roaches. And it's even heavier duty stuff. But again, it's poisons and traps and baits and all kinds of things. And again, as it wears off, they come back. And as you use it up, you've got to rebuy it. So it's a vicious cycle with that. The last one, and this is the part, you know, when you get into the mammals, the rats and the mice, we get really medieval with them. We start coming up with traps where they get stuck and they die of dehydration and starvation. We've got poisons that look like kitty litter or my dog's favorite chew toy. So your kids and the pets, they don't know the difference. You know, and P.S. the rats don't die right away. It takes a week or so, and then they die in your walls or your ceiling, your floors, and you get this odor that lasts months. You know, and then we've got the traditional mouse trap over here, the rat trap, as we say. And if you've never baited one of these, this is a nightmare. Okay, because first of all, it's really scary. There's a very strong spring in here. Okay. The other thing is that when it's baited in the middle of the night, you hear that sound. Guess what? You've got to rebait the trap and get rid of whatever's in the trap, the carcass, whatever is in there. Who's doing that job? With the Bell & Howell Pest Repellers, you plug them in, you walk away. And they work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. P.S. Did you notice nothing on the table in front of me here gets rid of spiders? This does. All the rest of this stuff, nothing.
And spiders are my worst possible.
For a lot of people.
Spiders can be poisonous, first of all. And I tell you the story when I was in Arizona at a 5-star spa in Arizona, but Arizona has a lot of critters. They have a lot of spiders, they have scorpions, they have all that stuff. I lived there for 2 years, so I know that. But I had one bit me on the foot. I was traveling cross country. I was at a cheap kind of a hotel, and I had another one crawl across. I could feel it crawl across me, and I was like, oh, and it ran under the bed. I couldn't find it, and then I couldn't sleep.
Then you couldn't sleep.
I left. I got him left the hotel. The dog was with me. I took the dog. We backed up. I'm like, I can't sleep. Might as well drive. So, and we were going cross country. But anyway, I digress a little bit. This is what you want. You want to be able to plug it in and get instant results. You know, even if you have an infestation and you call somebody, okay, so you got 2 days of downtime, maybe if the guy can come out that quickly. Then you got to be there for a window of 4 to 6 hours or whatever it is. Then you have to wait another week while all those poisons take effect, especially if you have something like ants. You know, I had ants once, and the guy was like, he baited. He put some goo off a container around corners, and he goes, yeah, you should be gone like 3 or 4 days. You know, they have to bring it back to the nest. I'm like, I just don't want.
3 or 4 days too long.
I don't want to be a killer. I just don't want them in my house. And these, the minute you plug it in,
they start working.
They start running away.
And let me show you something too, because you know, we've never been able to really show how these work or that they work. And what I mean by that is you can't hear them. You can't see them other than that little red light. But I've got this device, and this is a device, is an ultrasonic leak detector. And they use this for natural gas pipelines when there's a leak in them, but it comes out under such high pressure, it makes an ultrasonic sound wave. So this will actually hear an ultrasonic sound wave. Now, we've got one unit plugged in front of me here. Watch if I come around the front here and I put this over here and I turn it on. Every time there's an ultrasonic pulse, you're going to see a little red LED light bounce back and forth. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
So this is actually hearing the ultrasonic sound wave that this is emitting. So that's proof positive right there that this is sending out that ultrasonic sound wave that is going to annoy the pests. And P.S., it's not just Guy and I standing here saying these work on these 5 species. Bell & Howell went out, spend a boatload of money to have independent third-party laboratory testing done on these so we could say that, but we had to pay per species. So, you know, basically it's so expensive, they said, let's pick the 5 things most people get. So rats, mice, ants, roaches, and their dreaded spiders, both venomous and non-venomous varieties.
I had, when I first moved into my house up in the attic, there were some rats up in the attic. Poor guy that was up there.
Was it the pack rats? The ones that build things?
Yeah. So the guy comes up, well, it was the guy that was putting in the new air handler.
Okay.
And he comes down and he just looks at me and goes, hey, by the way, I just thought you should know. I'm like, what? The last thing I thought he'd say, he goes, I came face to face with a pretty big rat up in the attic. My whole body turned, I was like, I had the hair on my, I was like, oh my God.
It's repulsive.
Because I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, and I think they've been up there for a while because there's a lot of droppings and stuff up there. And I tell you, really, I felt like selling the house. And I'm like, and he goes, no big deal, man. He goes, you know, if you've got a pest control company, they'll charge you a little. You know what they charge me to do the attic?
How much?
$1,100 to clean the attic and seal it. Well, they had to seal the exterior of the house because they were climbing.
Because they were coming in.
They were coming in from underneath. And they were going up through the walls and they were getting up into the attic. The whole thing cost me about $1,800 to have it done. And if you have an outlet up in your attic, right? You can plug that outlet in and nothing's gonna wanna be there. So you put one, you recommend like floor by floor.
Floor by floor, room by room.
Couple in each one.
Here's the big problem, okay? By the time you get to the stage where you need all the poisons and stuff that I'm holding right here, you have an infestation, okay? Because we don't notice them sometimes where there's just like one ant or one roach or maybe there's that one rat that's in the garage. It's when you see a couple of them, okay? That's when you gotta start to wonder, how many do I actually have in my basement, in my attic, in the walls, okay? These pest repellers are going, these pest repellers are gonna take care of that for you. And notice, you could put these in your bedrooms. Your dogs won't care about them. Your cats aren't gonna care about them. Around food, don't worry about it. Unlike poisons, nothing in here to hurt you. It's just sound, it's science. And I wanna tell you, I don't care if you live in the country where you got a lot, but yes, it's springtime. Anybody notice that? So allegedly, it's springtime. In the spring, we get a lot more pests. Why? Because love is in the air. They're out there making more pests. We're gonna get a lot more of them. So you wanna get in front of this. You wanna get these in your home, and you wanna start repelling these pests now. And if you live in the city, you got your, you got your own set of problems. Neighbors living above you, below you, next to you. I mean, you don't know how other people live. When you've got the pest repellers, you can control your environment and set up like a little force field within your living space.
And let me tell you something. I would much rather see that on a wall than a trap on the floor.
Oh yeah.
And let me tell you something. We're here in Florida. How many times has this happened to you where you go to a restaurant and you look at the exterior and you see a big rat house outside, right? Yeah. And it's the nicest places, but it's a problem that's out of control.
But they have to do it.
They have to, and plus, you can't utilize these outdoors, so that's they try to eliminate the problem before it comes in. We eliminate the problem from the inside, so basically you're building a jail that you live in, which is good. It's a critter jail. That's fine with me. You can get out, critters can't get in, so there's no issue there. But if you don't like cockroaches and you don't like spiders, and maybe you like spiders, but you don't want to lay next to one. I get it. Obviously, you don't like mice or rats, or rice or mats. You don't like ants. And ants, once you get ants, and they're all over you, they're like in your cupboards.
Oh, yeah. It's bad. When you get an infestation like that, that's when you start to panic. And you're getting enough here to do every single room.
Nobody would come to the Gallo-Van pad if
nobody
they thought it was infested. They'd be like, don't go there. He's unkempt.
He's unkempt.
This is a way to be able to do the job and do it discreetly without hurting anything.
Plug them in.
And I even like the fact that you're not even killing, you're not killing animals because your point too, and I'll bring up one last point.
Go.
Ran restaurants for years, as you know. We had that exact problem where we had a rat that ate the poison and went behind a wall
and died.
We had to gut out the wall, and it was in there, and it had died in there. In my first apartment that I lived in, it was a guest house on an estate. And I had a rat eat a hole through the wall board behind the refrigerator and was going into my garbage at night. And the only reason I found it is I saw little trails of stuff and I pulled the refrigerator away.
And saw the hole.
There was a hole this big. I could have jumped off the planet. It was so bad. So here's a way to be able to take care of all that. Don't say goodbye to this guy because he's got another great problem solver for you as we continue to do it yourself. That stair climbing thing is
pretty awesome, right?